Alright, guys, welcome to episode 7 of Truths from the Top. Leaderboard secrets and unfair advantages, and why you shouldn't compare yourself to others on the leaderboard. Just focus on yourself, and yeah, that's kind of what I would suggest. Don't don't look up to a bunch of people doing things that you might not be doing. Anyways, the episode today is on stacks. And so, stacking games, it's basically you're playing the same game again with a different trophy list, either on a different system or same system but a different region. And, well, if you're only playing the like your region, well, I got news for you. There's people that are playing the same game like 10 times on some of these games. So, um, yeah, it could be different systems. Some games have stacks. PS3 has a different list than the PS4, then the Vita has a different list. So you could play it again that way. And that you could all use the same region. Like you could all just buy the games on your main account. But the other kind of stacking is regional stacks. And so you'd basically have the game on a different account that's active on your system. Like say you had an NA account and then someone had, well, then you had, sorry, you have an NA account, but you want to play the EU stack of the game, then you need an EU account active on your system with that game bought, but then you go and log in with your main account and you play it. And that's essentially stacking summed up in a couple sentences. I can maybe make another video on more, but anyways, yeah, some of these games have like 10 to 12 lists, believe it or not. So, I mean, it's not super common, but it has happened before. And, well, also, in regards to stacking, used to be there wasn't really many games that stacked. It used to be, like a very rare thing, super rare. Like they would have some stack because they took out the blood in some version or took out knives or something. Um, and then when the Vita came along, there was more of it, and when the PS4 came along, you could do the same thing from PS3 and PS4 and the Vita too, and then all of a sudden, like a bunch of games got all these region stacks. So, and as you know, some of these games are like 15 minutes long. So if you're playing the 15-minute one and then you're stacking it as well, that's an additional like 5 stacks of 15 minutes that you'd be getting that you wouldn't have access to if you only played one version of it. So, um, I'll get rid of those messages popping up. And then the other thing that, like in the other episode, how I was saying people were game sharing stuff. Well, people game share the region stacks too, so they don't have to buy all of them. So that's another advantage that they have. Um, and some of these also are hard regions to get. They'll be like Korean region is hard to get. Generally, it's pretty easy to set up like an EU, NA, and Asian account. But some of these games have stacks that are like Korean or they're like mainland Chinese, and you need like IDs and credit cards and all this stuff to do it, to get that. And yeah, then there's some people that just rent these from other people, or they just borrow them from other people. And so the general population does not have access to these. And there are also physical stacks. I mean, it's not just digital that um, I guess I didn't really mention that. You could buy like the disc from a different country or something like that. And that would let you have a stacking list as well. I kind of only mentioned digital because I think that's the more complicated one that not as many people understand how it works. But yeah, if you could just import the disc or borrow it if you have that advantage going for you. So um, yeah, essentially that's this episode in a nutshell. But yeah, it's like you can't, if they can play the same game that's 10-15 minutes long. I mean, that's an additional, yeah, like half a level or more if you're only playing one region. So, yeah, if you only stick to your own region, which probably not too terrible of an idea because I don't know, unless you want to play the same game. Now, I have liked playing the same game that's a good game, like if I really enjoyed it. But playing the same game like 10 times in a row and it's not a good game, eh, questionable as to why I would have done this. But I'll make a whole couple videos about the states of trophies and trying to figure out why the heck we do these things. But maybe that's a series in itself. Anyways, guys, um, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. Kind of a short one, kind of a one that probably a lot of people already know about. But I figured I'd cover that before the next episode, which is gonna be something to do with betas. So I figured I would cover this one first in prep for that one. So, anyways, guys, have a good night, good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys again next time. As always, leave comments below if you want to, because I would like, I don't know, I kind of like the interaction. So, alright, see you everybody.